We recording? Alright, this is live. Attention, all star seeds, star children, and cosmic children, people of the sun. Do you want to challenge yourself? That is the question that needs to be asked to start off 2012. You gotta know if you want to challenge yourself, if you want to really make yourself become the superior solar system soul that you were meant to be. All right, and Daniel Michaelo Lion, my friend, I am sporting the first half of your amulet. I was guided to break it into into 4 pieces. This is the top piece. It's got gold ore enlaced around the rim, and the amulet at the temples. It is awesome. You will feel awesome once you get it. Anyway, getting back to the point, because we've all been fused with this I'm a star seed and I'm in this, I'm in that manipulation, which was actually seems like it was manipulation of those who want to continue to control us. They've been controlling us. We've allowed them to control us. Let's stop that. All of us are brothers and sisters of the sun. Uh, Stars cannot send energy into individual um, souls, individual entities. So a star is going to go, look, brother star, the sun, let me give you some energy. And it's going to fill and pump up the sun with various energies of the different stars and constellations that surround us. The Pleiades, Orion, the Pleiades, Orion, the Vegan star system, the whole group of them, and all the ETs that we know and we feel we connect inside of you, because your DNA was more receptible to accept that frequency of light that the sun was given to give to us, so we could be more powerful, more evolved, and more disciplined, balanced in what we're doing. But what happened is we become in this belief that I'm a star seed, so I can connect with this star and I know best. And we've forgotten that in hundreds of lives, you were my teacher, then I was your teacher, and he was her teacher, she was his teacher, he was his teacher. We've been teaching and learning from each other for forever, and that is how we grow. We teach and we learn from each other. And maybe I'm your teacher, and maybe you're the teacher of 10 other people. But don't let this starseed confusion separate yourself from who you, and what you really are, and separate yourself from the ability to be able to learn from people who you've learned from before in past lives, from people who you've taught before in past lives. But how the astrology is set, how the program is set. This 28-day StarSeed challenge to awaken, revive, and uh, give back the purpose and power of what it is to be a starseed, and how to connect with macro beings such as the moon to empower your personal creation cycle. So the challenge is about holding one intention, because maybe some of you star seeds, want to jump around from one thing to another thing and how much you're really getting done. So I'm going to challenge you to connect with the moon and hold one intention for 28 days straight, so that in one lunar cycle you connect with, you accomplish what you set out to accomplish. Because one, I've derived the 13 tones of creation, which were also downloaded by the Mayans. I downloaded them in an upgraded form using language more of the 20th century, and that hasn't been translated from a form of consciousness that the Mayans had that was completely different from the form of consciousness that the current human has. And then to translate this from a language in which they use symbols and not words into words, you're losing so much of its meaning. So first aspect, and if you check out the link below, you're gonna if you check out the link below, you're gonna get more information on how that's all working. But I'm taking the 13 tones of creation, then I'm cutting the lunar cycle, the 28 days, into 4 pieces, so we can attach ourselves to the 4 sacred elements of creation. The first of the 4: air, fire, water, earth. First there's space, which is intent, ether. From the intent, space, ether, a movement occurs. That movement is defined by the sacred element of air. It also very much affects the thought process, ideas, things that are going to move you into action, the planning. And that is what the air element is about. And if you think neurologically, a lot of movement is going on in there, so that makes sense. Movement keeps going and keeps moving until enough movement has happened that it creates a friction that sparks the illumination that is the fire element. And that is our actions. That is what we are physically doing, creating. So the second week of the 4 weeks of the 28-day StarSeed challenge is of the fire element, as well as three of the different tones of creation, which you check out the page, you'll see the order that they come in. Then we go into the water element, because you let that fire burn out, the heat begins to condense itself into coals. And those coals are actually more condensed illumination, but it's not as jumpy, it's not as unstable, it stabilizes. And that's why the water element comes next, because actually it's the stabilization of the fire element, and it helps drive our emotional state as well. There's a lot to get into that I'm not going to get into right now, because I want to get this video up, because I want you to know that the new moon is tomorrow. I'm doing two things for you right here. If you can sign up by tomorrow, the program starts on the 22nd. Today's the 20th. So you got 2 days to sign up, and you can enter into one of the most amazing 28 days of your lives. You can enter into a complete holistic program that will allow you, and I didn't even get to talk about that, how powerful it is to connect with a cosmic body to run your creation cycle. And that cosmic body has a perception of now so long and so large that one blink, if you watch the last video, is 28 days, is the 28-day cycle. So the moon sees what you want to do to what you are going to complete in one moment. The whole entire 28 days is one moment for the moon. Actually, it's two because it goes down and up. It blinks. The eye rises and closes. No, it's one moment. That's what I'm talking about. The moon and the subconscious, because that's connecting a ton with recalibrating your subconscious, is holding the answer from the start to the end, from the end to the start, is holding the answer to accomplish that goal already. And you haven't even started yet. So connecting with the moon, you already have the answer and how to get there step by step by step. And I'm going to guide you in how to connect with the moon and how to use that and how to use the other sacred mathematics and sacred elements to further your ability to manifest, create, and express your creation to the world to begin duplicating that. So that's what it's about. Sign up now because the course is about to start. Another thing I'm offering to those who are a little skeptical about paying money to be able to, if they want to start their own business, start their own business. If they want to be able to support themselves, they want to be able to develop some sort of power, to be able to understand something so incredibly important. But I know there's skeptics out there. So if you want to sign up for, I'm going to give a special offer, but you're not getting the whole program. You'll probably end up um, going on again because a lot of people who do the program return to do the program again because it helps so much to have some disciplined guidance in helping you manifest, helping you create, that it's worth it. It's so worth it to be able to create and get so much more done, so much more productivity, so much more happening than you previously was happening. And when you see how much more starts happening is when you really see the why these people have elected to go through the 28-day challenge a second time and then a third time, and now for the fourth challenge, which is the first one that I really feel like the material is like 90% complete. They're going through again. So I will let you try out the final week of the challenge for $20. That's not going to be until 3 weeks. So think about it and you'll get to experience the earth phase, which could be, probably is, and wow, maybe the most important phase of all of the whole process. However, without the entire process makes something much more big. But I'm putting the 2 links to the 2 different pages for you below so you can have that. I'm making a lot of noise in Bambos because that's where they give me the internet And I also like meditating here. I also like chanting here. I also like giving classes here, but I'm in the process of getting all that settled out so I can give classes in my temple, which will be a lot more spiritually correct and powerful for those who are in the classes. That's all I got for you. Get to that 20. It's below. I love you so much. I need to share this with you, and you deserve to learn it. So let's do it together. Rise the vibration and remember what you truly are as a star seed, as a cosmic child, and start manifesting that power, that brilliance, that light. Namaste and Rakech.